This is an iPhone 5S I got for $25, and you can see that it's water damaged. There's all these little speckles on there. So I bought it so I could try to repair it. And you're probably going like, why should you repair it when it's obviously water damaged? But I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try to repair the screen. This whole iPhone cost me $25 off of eBay. It's in good condition. No scratches. I'm not sure about the condition of the hardware, but the body itself looks good. And I'm going to try to switch it with this working iPhone that's in pretty bad shape. This one I got for $35 off of eBay. So we'll see. So I've unscrewed out the holes and used this suction cup to suction up the bottom part to lift it up. And also remembering not to pull the home button cable out too quickly. I used a thing to detach it, but the real thing is, after opening it, this water damaged iPhone 5S doesn't have too much water damage inside. On this side, that is for sure. You can see that it's pink over here somewhat, but the other side's a little white. So there was some splotching of water, whereas on this side, you can see the water on the screen. You can see that it's some rust over there, which I'll try to clean up. So now I'll take apart the camera by taking off these screws, these 4 screws, and then detaching everything. I've used a simple Kleenex to clean off most of the rust from the back of the screen. The fun part now is to remove all of these pieces, the front camera, the earpiece, and then remove the home button so I can finally take off this part of the screen so I can clean it. Let's see if it's possible. Once you've taken off the bottom and top pieces, you can then start taking out the side screws for the frame, the LCD frame over here, here, and here. Now that I've unscrewed everything, I can start lifting off the metal plate over here. Trying to think of the. I can do it from the top, I think. Hopefully I don't lift everything off. So I kind of use this to lift up. And now I got the side, so I'll lift it up from over here. You can see that it's all the water that's built up over here. Again, I'm going to try to clean off what I can. This doesn't really affect the LCD screen at all, but I just want to get rid of any. You can see it looks a lot better now. Preferably when you use something that's anti-static, but I'm a real amateur here, so don't exactly follow my directions. Now I'm gonna kind of clean this off. Again, I don't really need to clean this part off. That's not the part that's really affected. But while I'm over here, I'm just gonna clean whatever I can. Just be gentle. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just doing this for fun. In the end, it's better to just get a new LCD screen if it's been water damaged. But if you're like me, you hate wasting stuff. You think, might as well try to use it. So you can see what was before and what is after now. First step is removing this black plastic. That'll be fun. You might be able just to lift it off. So I don't want to damage the screen. You can see it kind of shows over here. Gonna use this to tear it a little bit so I can expose it. You can see this side's clean. I don't need to do much to it. Could wipe this thing over here. That can not really help much. I'll just keep this to the side. The real damage is the screen over here. You can see all the spots. I need to remove all that, and it should make the screen display a lot better. So it's just a plastic piece that comes out. What I use to get it out is a little flathead screwdriver. Not sure if I can do this well. I haven't done this in ages. So on the sides, there's little notches over here. There's a notch over here. And a notch down over here, where you can kind of put in your flathead. You don't want to scratch like what I just did. So now that I got it off, I can pull this off slightly. And I can clean the surface. If I clean this plastic surface, it should fix my problems. So again, I can use this. I may have to get it wet and clean it off as best as. So again, I want to try to clean the plastic. The thing I notice is there's a film between here. And I really need it cleaned in between here. It's a pain in the butt. Be very gentle because this plastic breaks very easily. You can replace it for, I just took some water, Kleenex. Should use fluid like probably isopropyl or something, i.e. rubbing alcohol, which will come off easier. See, I wasn't gentle enough and now it came off, but just clean this off as best as you can. And you can see now it doesn't have those spots anymore. I was hoping not to detach it. If you detach it improperly, you can see it's pretty clear now. And now, the fun part is cleaning this. And you can see I ripped that off. As I said, I'm a big amateur. And I wouldn't do exactly the way I'm doing it. Ah, Jesus. You see, I just bent that when I shouldn't have. So that'll affect how the screen looks like when I put it back together. So now I'm gonna put this back on. So again, be careful when you're wiping the clear plastic. It's easy to bend it. Or this hard plastic, it's easy to break it. So you can see before and after. Before I had all those dots, now afterwards it doesn't have anything. And I just have to put back the top piece over here. I got a lot of dust. Did a really bad job. Put this thing back on. Obviously, work in an anti-dust environment if you can. Once you get that on, you can go about putting the back plate back on. This thing over. Put it back on. And I'm going to piece everything as best as I can back together, and we'll see how the screen looks. Me being the lazy person I am, I'm only going to attach the LCD cable and the digitizer cable over here. Leave the home button detached down over here. And turn it on. You can see it looks a lot better than before. Not perfect. So you can see before and after. Messed up over there, and it's a little messed up over there. But it's a lot better than before. So I ended up redoing it using a cracked LCD screen backing. I redid the plastic piece, and so now you can see that it looks pretty good. There's some white spots over here, but overall it looks good.